The military taught me three great things that I carry with me in my life. The first is leadership. Leadership is an art form. Management can be taught. The real skill is to be able to take a group of people, lead them towards an objective, and everybody buy into what you're doing. The great thing about Woodman Life and being a recruiting sales manager is I have the opportunity to do that. The second thing that the military taught me is to follow through 100% of the time. You always complete your mission. In this job, it's very complex. We're problem solvers. We are going out and solving issues that keep people out of financial despair and ruin in many cases, or we could be there setting up their finances, for later on in life. But as we face these problems, no matter how hard they get, we follow through on that. Finally, the education piece. Readers are leaders. And in this business, if you're a learner, and you have to be, you're going to be an earner. And if you're going to grow, you have to know. So a career with Woodman Life allows you to constantly broaden your horizon, gain new knowledge, stay up on the latest trends, the latest technology, the latest laws, if you will. But the education piece never goes. So as my role as an RSM, it is a great responsibility and an honor to be able to lead, grow, and educate our future field force. The military really taught me a lot through experience about leadership, about the value of education, and about following through on our mission. First, the leadership piece. Management can be taught. It can be taught with a textbook. It can be taught with on-the-job training. But leadership is more of an art. There's a psychology, if you will, to be able to lead a group of people to reach a common objective and have buy-in. The great thing about my position as an RSM in Mississippi South and our leadership here is that our leadership is so strong and we're able to move mountains. The next piece that's very important to me is education. There are three phrases that I use. First is leaders are readers. Second is if you're going to grow, you have to know. And finally, earners are learners. So we never get away from that education piece. We value that very much at Woodman Life. We are relied on to be experts. If we're not, we're relied on to follow through and get the answer. So if you're looking for a great career and you want to grow and you are a follower and one day be a leader, this is a great opportunity for you. Finally, the military taught me to follow through on the mission. You never stop till you're finished. In this job, there is a lot of things that are very complex and very hard, and we have to rely on our staff and our technological folks to help us out. But all that member knows is that the ball is in your court. So it is my undying wish to follow through every time, 100% of the time for our membership. They deserve it. It's what our company is founded on. And I'm just a steward of our business here in Mississippi South. Our membership base is my lifeblood. The relationships that I have with each one of our members in Mississippi South is more priceless than you can put a dollar amount on. The richness of those relationships, the complexity of those relationships, and just the genuineness of those relationships are something I've never experienced in my entire life. So when we talk about legacy that you leave in your community, and when our members that have been here with us for a while, they refer to you as someone that they had met long ago or a rep that they had when they first came to Woodman, and they compare you to them, that is the utmost compliment that I can receive. To be able to take the groundwork that our field force from back in the day set, continue to take care of these families, honor the commitment that Woodman Life made to them, and then be referred to as very similar or reminiscent of a rep that they knew. What a great compliment. What a great legacy to leave. Not only your community, but your family and our field force in Woodman Life. In the military, we were taught a paradoxical truth. First, there will always be obstacles in your life. Second, there are always going to be doubters. Third, you're going to make mistakes along the way. But with hard work, there is no limit. The military was a great testing ground for me to grow up as a man and give me life lessons that I can use to continue to educate and grow our field force here in South Mississippi. My father was an Air Force veteran as well. He retired a few years before I went in. But there are things that I carry with me today that remind me of my father in the way I live my life, the way I run our business here in Mississippi South, and the way we train our field force. And these are 10 things that my father told me that really require zero talent. These 10 things can change your life if you can do them. If you can't do all of them, I implore you to just work on them and just continue to grow. But here they are in no particular order. First is you're on time. Always be on time. Your word is your bond. Don't make excuses. It's very important to be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be 100% of the time. Second thing is to have a work ethic. Your journey with Woodmen Life and in life is unique to you. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It doesn't matter how much effort someone else puts forth. What matters is the work ethic and the effort that you put forth. The body language that you show. It shows confidence. It shows really the psychology of you. It shows your self-esteem. So that's very important when it comes to business, is your body language. Next is the energy that you exude. Every day, if you have passion about what you do, and trust me, y'all, I do, that energy is going to be there. Next thing is attitude. Attitude dictates everything in life. So with a positive attitude, no matter what comes your way, you've got a better chance of overcoming the obstacles when, one, you can believe you can, and two, you exhibit that attitude. Next is passion. I implore everyone to look for a profession that they have passion for, because there becomes a time when it's no longer a profession. It's no longer a job. It's no longer a 9 to 5. It's something that you live and breathe every day. And folks, that's what we do in Woodmen Life in Mississippi South. Next thing my father told me was, you always have to be coachable. You always have to learn. That ties into the education piece that I talk about, and always know that there's always somebody that's going to be better than you, but you have to continue working as hard as you can and listen to your mentors and your coaches. Next thing, it's not a lost art, but it's very important. Go the extra mile. Whether it's keeping your word, following up with an email, sending a thank you card, doing a handwritten note, doing something extra, because no one expects that extra. But that's what makes you special and unique. Be the exception, not the rule. And then finally, be prepared. With our clients and our members, you need to be as prepared as possible when you go in, as educated as possible to be able to help our families out. The American population needs us. We've stood strong for 130 plus years, but being prepared when you go in every single time will streamline the process, and it's going to show why we're different in Woodmen Life. These 10 things are very unique, but not everybody possesses them, but we all can. We're different by design here in Woodmen Life. It's a great opportunity for everyone. If you're military, reach out to me. I was asked one time, why do all the military guys come to you? So I was at a baseball game in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I said, you know, just like many professions, to know one, you really got to be one. As our nation's military, I have the utmost respect for you. Memorial Day is every day for me. I live and breathe the defense of our country. 25 years we did it, overseas, abroad, in garrison in the United States. Now we do that one tabletop at a time.